The skies have two giants competing for long-haul dominance, the Boeing 777-300ER and the Airbus A350-1000. One is a veteran trusted by airlines worldwide, the other a futuristic fuel-saving marvel. But which one is truly better? Let's compare them side by side: comfort, performance, efficiency, and more. Alright, let's talk about the Boeing 777-300ER first. Its first flight was back in 2003, and it officially entered service in 2004, so yeah, it's been flying for over 2 decades now. That's 21 years of long-haul domination. And the engine? Oh man, the GE90S. These monsters are the most powerful commercial jet engines ever made. Like seriously, they're so big, their diameter is about the size of a 737 fuselage. That's insane. Now, onto the Airbus A350-1000, the newer kid on the block. Its first commercial flight was in 2018, so it's still pretty young in airline years. It's powered by the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-97s, not the most powerful engines in the world, but definitely powerful enough to take you a solid 16,000 kilometers without breaking a sweat. Now in terms of airlines, the 777-300ER is everywhere: Emirates, Qatar, Air France, you name it. The A350-1000? Fewer airlines, but still pretty global. Think Qatar Airways, British Airways, Cathay Pacific. While the 777-300ER has been the go-to long-haul beast for years, the A350-1000 really entered the scene with cutting-edge materials, better efficiency, and a clear goal: to become the future of long-distance flying. Alright, let's get into range and performance, aka how far these things can fly and how much of a beast they are in the sky. The Boeing 777-300ER? This thing can fly about 13,650 kilometers. That's like New York to Tokyo, no problem. And it'll do it with a full load of passengers, cargo, maybe even your emotional baggage too. Now, the A350-1000? Yeah, it just casually stretches that range to about 16,100 kilometers. That's 2,500 kilometers more, basically an extra flight from London to Cairo, for free. And it does that while using less fuel. Like, not to shame the 777, but the A350 is like that one kid in class who gets better grades and finishes their homework early. The engines on the 777, we already talked about those GE90 beasts: massive, loud, powerful. The A350's Trent XWB-97s? Quieter, smoother, and honestly, more polite. They won't rattle your seat when they spool up. Oh, and weight-wise, the 777-300ER is heavier, maxing out at around 351,000 kilograms, while the A350-1000 comes in lighter at about 319,000 kilograms. Less weight equals less fuel burn equals more efficiency. So yeah, if you're running an airline and trying to save a few $1,000,000 on fuel every year, the A350's probably looking real attractive right now. Alright, let's talk size, not just range, but how much stuff these beasts can actually carry. The 777-300ER is a true people mover. In a typical 2-class configuration, it fits around 396 passengers. But if you really wanted to cram people in like it's a flying subway, you could push it to over 550 seats in an all-economy layout. Oh hope you're not sitting in the middle row. The A350-1000? A bit more modern, a bit more elegant. It usually carries around 350 to 410 passengers, depending on how fancy the airline wants to be. Still spacious, still sleek, and definitely a bit more peaceful inside thanks to that quieter cabin. Now here's where the 777-300ER flexes its veteran muscles. Boeing sold over 840 units of this model, and they're still flying all over the world. It's been a huge commercial success. The A350-1000 is younger and still catching up, with just over 180 aircraft delivered out of around 240 orders so far. But hey, it's not a numbers game. Okay, maybe it is, but the A350-1000 still has time to rise. And that's the showdown, the trusty 777-300ER versus the sleek A350-1000. Old school reliability or new tech efficiency. Either way, you're flying with legends. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.